Previously on Star Wars: Darkest Dawn. Lord Tycho Rimarch has applied to receive political asylum from the powerful Lord Exal Torenar of House Pelagia. While Lord Exal is explaining the terms of their agreement, Tycho discovers he is being given leadership of a small team of mercenaries to conduct clandestine jobs on the behalf of his benefactor. We are then introduced to the rest of this rogue band of mercenaries: Drade Kenner, a human tramp freighter captain; Ashijak Alsel, a Togruta former employee of Sovereign Mining; Montan Kara, a Bothan, a droid repairman and computer slicer; Owen Winters, a human who formerly served as an Imperial adjutant; and Nasara Ran, a Twi'lek ship's first mate. The first job the crew is given is to deliver official contract dissolution scandocs and supplies to a mining facility located in the Elrood sector. Also, to their surprise, Tycho and his crew will be flying in a recently refurbished dynamic-class freighter known as the Ebon Hawk. We now join our players as they begin the descent onto planet Elrood's surface.
Pretty sure it is.
Just like a
Yeah, one pip at a time. So
yeah, it's just like a +1. I was just asking because I was thinking about not for like a say like a technical whatever. I was just asking because I was thinking about like putting extra pip in like say ground vehicle operation or whatever.
ooh, you can become force sensitive for 20 points.
Ooh. All right. Well, I know what I'm saving
Gotta
up
have an
for.
in-character reason for it, though.
Right. Yeah.
I'm the prince.
I'm surrounded by Jedi.
Of course. Only
You're the
Prince. Only Prince himself could say, "I'm Prince, ergo I am force sensitive."
You're the prince. Initiate Order 66.
Something has to keep those asshole chaps together.
Yeah.
And it
Else-
was the Force. Just
Else Order 66 is coming back for you.
okay. So that being said, hello everybody. Once again, we are back with Star Wars: Darkest Dawn. Hope you guys liked that little intro trailer that we had. Yeah. And I'm actually going to be doing more of that in the future. So if you like that, let me know. I actually had a lot of fun putting that together. I thought it gave a little bit of gravitas to the intro, but is what it is. That being what it is, we now pick up, as the intro indicated, that the ship and all of our spacers therein are now descending onto the Elrood sector. So Dale, as you guys are as you're getting up, you timed your alarm at this point so that you would be up roughly around the time that the ship was should be entering entering Elrood space.
Okay.
And as you are waking up, probably like doing a morning stretch, even though it's the middle of space, you can hear an alarm going off on the dash of the ship. Now, it's not a klaxon like there's something warning you of impending danger, but it does appear somebody is attempting to hail you.
Okay. Oh, shoot. All right then. And so he goes ahead and jogs on over to the dash, and he takes a look. Can he see? Does it show like any information on the console, like who's trying to hail?
Yes, it looks like it's coming from Elrood Space Central.
Okay. All right. So he'll take a seat in the chair, and he'll put on his things and open up the channel. Be like, "This is Ebon Hawk."
Okay, so you open channel, and you end up hearing a repeating message. And it says, "This is Elrood Space Central. Welcome to Elrood. Please turn your channel to XTX984 for further instruction." And it just kind of repeats every 5 seconds or so.
Oh, okay. It's like, that makes it easy. So it goes ahead and changes it to XTX984.
Sure, no problem. Not going to make you roll for it. It's just a matter of like punching something in, like, okay, change channel. And at this point, once you plug back through, you hear, "Attention, unidentified spacecraft. This is Elrood Space Central. Slow to 0.5 sublight speed. Maintain course of 454 and identify yourself."
Understood. Altering speed and course accordingly. This is the Ebon Hawk. We are scheduled for touchdown about today. Can we get some landing clearance?
Maintain course and prepare for transponder scan.
Noted.
And you're used to this at this point. More so for yourself, not so much with having everybody with you. But ever since taking over the ship, this is a regular thing. It's, they have to check. What you would also know is that your transponder typically, it's like kind of like your ship's license plate,
Okay.
in a manner of speaking. Not only does it say where it came from, in essence, point of origin, but in many ways, depending upon who's scanning it, it could also tell them what route you have come from, because it's going to log that, much like a plane would log its flight or recorder sort of thing.
Sure. Okay.
So you can see it come up on the control panel. Your ship's computer just starts going through the routine. It's just spitting off the information that they're requesting.
Yep.
And then you hear, "Scan complete. Follow the present path download it into your nav computer and proceed to landing platform 4. Welcome to Elrood, Ebon Hawk. You are 5 by 5.
Roger, Elrood Space Central. Thank you very much. So he goes ahead and then plugs in that course that was sent over and puts it in.
Okay. So at this point, touchdown's probably going to be within about the next 5 to 10 minutes.
Okay.
Depending on traffic. And once you're starting to come up, and it's up to you if you want to alert everybody that you're coming in. But Elrood is this nice, it's a nice looking planet from space. It has 2 moons that orbit, kind of rotational orbit. It is known for its plains. So it's looks a little bit like Earth, kind of from afar.
Okay.
In a sense, obviously there's a decent bit of space traffic coming in and out. There is a space station. You can of course see patrol craft flying around, making sure people are going where they're supposed to be going, or they're responding to distress signals or anything of that nature. It's nothing like you would expect a major metropolis such as Corellia or especially Coruscant. But for being this far out into the outer rim, this is pretty busy. This would be comparable to I don't want to say truck stop. That's kind of a bad parallel. But in space terms, imagine a planet that was known for its quote unquote truck stop that happened to have like 2 or 3 really big businesses nearby it or something.
Okay.
Even though it may be kind of out of the way, people are probably going to be going out of the way to go to and fro there because there's legit business coming in and out.
Sure. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Then yeah, as we're going in, I go ahead and turn on like the comms for the ship and go, "Rise and shine, everybody! Got a few minutes until we land in Elrood. So, but before we get off the ship, now that I've got everybody's attention, just in case we run into any type of trouble, I don't know if any of you have been in scrapes or what have you, but if you have a blaster, if you could go ahead and just switch that on over to stun for me, I'd really appreciate that. That way, if it goes off and hits somebody, we don't get charged with murder or something, you know what I mean? So thank you very much, and we'll be landing in about 3 minutes.
She will roll over, grab her blaster, and turn it to stun.
Owen just stretches and just gets his old Imperial uniform along with concealing his blaster before getting ready.
Okay. So you
Wait,
are
what, you're in Imperial gear?
yeah, so you're going out in Imperial gear.
Just in case.
Okay.
Okay. Well,
And
you're
I'm going
down
to
the
stand
hallway.
several feet away from him.
Yeah, say when you go in the hallway, Montan will squeak and leave.
When Nasara sees him in the hall, she's gonna stop and just kind of look at him for a minute, and then she'll say, "Are you wearing that to Planetside?"
Oh hell nah. I'm just wearing this just in case there's any Imperials we meet.
I thought we wanted to not attract attention.
Yet they're Imperials in the Outer Rim, so
Yeah, but they make everybody really nervous. I don't know. It's against my recommendation, but
I got a cloak I can cover it up with, so
okay, well, see, but you're not.
You have a black cap,
Imperial, are
however,
you?
as well. So are you wearing that as well?
I can catch Brittany's question.
You're not with the Empire, are you?
I'm former.
I don't know. Maybe it would be easier to just like bring it in a pack and like duck in somewhere to change in case it's needed.
That was the plan. That was the plan. Once, just in case we end up encountering Imperials at the port, I just duck in somewhere and change to my regular clothes.
Well, maybe this is something that we ought to discuss when we're before we disembark. Just kind of make a plan for how we want to roll this out. That's actually not a bad idea. I'll see you in a minute, and she'll go up to the cockpit and just call out to Drade. Hey,
Trade's probably
do you wanna-
still up there, just guiding the ship
Yeah.
in.
Exactly.
Yeah. You want to call a meeting? We should probably make a plan, make sure we're all on the same page before we head in.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah, we can do that. Going to be landing pretty soon here, entering Atmo in just a minute. Sure. Let me see what we can do. So it goes ahead and opens up the channel to rest the ship again. Hey, everybody. Before we actually disembark, once we land, let's get together and spend a few minutes just figuring out how we're doing this. And I know Lord Tycho, you've got kind of like the lead on this, so you let us know what you want us to do before we go out, and it should be good. Thanks, everybody. Boop.
Thanks.
So Asada,
as you
Asada
were.
Asada will make her way to where they said, and when she walks in and sees Owen, her first reaction is going to be to pull her blaster.
Okay.
Fair
So-
reaction.
Is there a read the room skill on this character?
Oh no!
I don't think you need it, given the fact that everybody who sees him in Imperial garb is tense. With the exception of maybe Tycho, I don't know. Actually, no, correction. He would be, yeah.
Yeah, no, he would definitely be very
I think
tense.
if everybody isn't doing a second take, and or clearly, like got the hair on the back of their neck or
Or their
Leku,
blasters pulled. Yeah.
What's with the get up there, Owen?
I kinda used the Imperial to get the hell off Tatooine.
Oh, well, okay. You're not like an Imperial agent, are you?
I wouldn't still be here if I was. He just gestures to the person that has the gun pointed at him.
Yeah, but how can we be sure?
Yeah, that kind of sounds like what an Imperial agent might say.
I have a gun pointed at me. We are
And-
possibly going to have Imperials at the port. What on earth is going to make you think
You hear from down the hallway, yeah, we're bringing one with us.
that I'm going to be spying for people that I literally ditched just so I can live my own life after literally witnessing a massacre?
Yeah, but see, the problem I have is I don't know you from Yoda, and I
Who the hell is
wasn't
Yoda?
there. I wasn't there when this whole thing. There's nothing to back up your story.
Who the hell is Yoda?
Never mind.
Huh.
I think at this point you will see Tycho
He also
enter.
just kind of shows the Gaffrey stick. Plus, I wouldn't be having this if I was an agent. Do you really think the Empire would allow an agent to be having a Tuscan weapon?
I think the Imperial will let anybody have anything if it's going to get them what they want.
Okay, hold on one moment. Davey was trying to say something, and then we kind of jumped all over him.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, no, but I just basically Tycho is gonna join everybody else at the bridge. He's very tired. His eyes, he's like, rubbing his eyes. He's like, oh, what are we doing? And then he sees Owen in the Imperial gear.
And Asada with her blaster on him.
Why
Is
do
your
you-
name Asada right now?
No, sorry. Yeah. It's a she, Doc.
Asada.
No, I
Now,
did. She doesn't say her
she's
name.
supposed to be saying her
Oh.
character's assumed name. And she keeps
Oh.
missing that, which is why I'm politely reminding her right now before she turns around and accidentally botches that in character.
Thank you.
Owen, why are you wearing Imperial gear?
In case we encounter Imperials in port, I can just make up some bullshit story for them to believe.
Uh,
And where did you get this Imperial gear?
I literally used to be an Imperial adjutant.
Oh.
I dished after witnessing a massacre. I'm not going to be sticking around with bloody people who condone wiping out a village.
that's
So Tycho's gonna like find a chair and just kind of like slump down. Okay, so you might have wanted to tell Lord. Ooh, I forgot his name. Oh.
Tornar.
Tornar. You might did you tell Lord Tornar about your past?
Our question: does he know that Owen was ex
That
Imperial?
is a great question to ask in character when you have the opportunity to do so.
Okay, I figured just to ask.
You would have actually no idea.
So it didn't come up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can we communicate with Lord Tornar? Can we get him on the phone?
You absolutely could hail him.
Okay. Can we hail him, please?
Sure.
Okay.
In
Please.
character.
Oh, I was in character.
No, I'm saying think about what it is that you're asking to put over broadband.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, no, I get you. I get you.
Broadband that is for the space station.
Right.
Well, no.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, think about it. We have
Yeah.
problems now with people snooping on cell phones. Imagine how much easier that would be planet to planet broadcast.
Yeah, that's all over the universe. Yeah, no. He's not going to say what you're thinking I'm going to say.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
just
say
want to make sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're only 2 games in. I'm trying to give everybody a little bit of, a little bit of leeway.
Okay.
I don't want you guys to hang yourself, second game in.
If anything, we can ask him if he knew about that.
So,
Well, yeah.
you go to the, you go back to the ship's comm system.
Yes.
You can actually hear it chiming right now.
Oh,
Incoming message.
Oh, incoming message, and he'll play it.
Okay, and you hear a polite, automated, female-sounding voice. It says, "Attention, when you land, please observe all standard decontamination procedures. If needed, a decon team will be sent to your vessel to ensure compliance. We will need to see your shipping manifest and cross-reference it with your actual cargo. You will be required to show us your valid pilot's license and ship ownership files."
He's gonna look over to Drade. Drade, you got that right? You got that?
So, Jerome, would my character have like a pilot license per se, or
You
no?
sure would.
He would. Okay.
Okay.
So it'd be like, yeah, I've got that, and then all the files. Yeah, it's pretty standard procedure.
Okay. All right. Owen. Well, hold on. Let me get Lord Tornar. Yeah. So he's going to hail Lord Tornar.
Okay, there's a little bit of a delay.
Yeah, 10,000 light years.
And then you and keep in mind, it's at this point, you would have read the file that came up, Drade, before you went to the back. And this is kind of standard when you're going planet side, to major corporate or imperial strongholds of that nature. They're really kind of organized about that thing. You don't just land willy-nilly. That's for backwater spaceports and whatnot. But basically, what the entry protocol would have told you is like the beacon on the ground would lock in with your ship's nav computer when you got roughly 50 kilometers out from your destination at starport, and it just brings you in automatically.
Okay.
So
nice.
like you don't have to be hands-on like the whole time. It will bring you in
Nice.
automatically.
Okay.
So eventually you end up getting somebody on the vid screen, and it is a security officer. Yes, how can we help you?
Yes, is Lord Tornar available?
And so he pauses for a moment and he says, who exactly is this?
This is Tycho. We are running a operation for Lord Tornar.
So he kind of has a befuddled look on his face for a second, and then hold, please. Na 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 na.
Wait a second.
Not here too. No, Kenny G's. Anyway, so you see that there's a little bit of a flicker in the message as the the call essentially is transferred elsewhere, and then there is what appears to be like an office, and he comes walking in, putting his his robe on, and he says, Tycho, I was not expecting a call. Is there something amiss?
No, one of our employees, Owen. How much do you know about this man?
As much as there needs to be known.
Okay. Do you have complete faith and confidence in this man?
I take it that there is something amiss with one of your team's backgrounds.
Yes.
Well, I do recall giving you the capability and charge of dealing as the team leader. So my suggestion therein is to deal with it.
Understood. Okay. Have a good evening.
Thank you.
Of course, shit always rolls downhill.
I take it that you were just basically told to let the cell wait, put this fuck off.
Pretty much. Okay, look, Owen, please change out of the gear.
All right. I'll change back into what I was wearing.
Yeah, we got to do decontamination, and once you take your clothes off, they're just gonna.
I'll just put into a pack, and
okay.
He just walks back into his room and just changes his pack and puts into a pack.
Okay.
And Ashi, she still has her blaster pulled out, and when he lets Owen just walk away, she's just gonna look at Tycho, just bewildered.
Well, I'm not going to throw him out of the airlock if that's what you're insinuating.
Why not?
We don't know. What if he's telling the truth? And then we just and what if he's not? But what if he is? And we just chuck him into space, and we just threw an innocent man into space. An innocent man that's trying to do the right thing. So
I advise to keep a very close eye on him. Don't let him wander off by himself. Don't give him a chance.
Yes. It would, if everyone could be extra pair of eyes, I'd appreciate it.
She will holster her blaster.
Oh boy. Well, let's get this show on the road. We got a decontamination process, and Lady Nassar, you have contract negotiations to go through. Okay. Well,
Yes.
let's get started on that then. Have we landed? Have we properly landed?
Yeah, you are in the process at this point of touching down on a landing platform. Speaking of which, you guys are touching down in the city of Elrood, which is the
Ooh.
capital of Elrood. Coming down in, obviously, as I had stated before, there are some ships kind of coming in and out. It's a mildly busy port for being so far out into the Outer Rim. As you kind of look out port side, or even as you you look out as the doors are starting to come down and they're going through the decontamination protocol just to make sure that you don't have anything that you are bringing on your person, and that you don't have any spaceborne diseases such as Minox on the ship. But again, that being said, you can see that about half of the vessels here are hauling vessels of some kind. Most of them, if they aren't nondescript, meaning like light freighters or something, which are probably just random equipment or food stuff runs or whatnot, they bear the logo of a mining company.
And the name of the mining company is
The Red L Mining Company.
Red L.
Red L, not Red
Red
L.
L. Red L.
Think rattle. Not rattle as in shake a rattle. Radell.
Ah. Radell. Riddell Mining Co. Very nice. All right.
And as the door to your vessel drops down, and of course, Nasari, you would know this. You've been here several times already, so you're already kind of familiar with the protocol. A very clean looking staff comes walking up. A crew of 5 security guards. Since this is a corporate world, they take great care of their uniforms to ensure that they look prim and proper. They have the logo of the Elrood spaceport on their chest as well as on their helmet. They seem to always be smiling of some kind, as if to be coached to be as friendly as possible. But make no mistake, they do look a bit beefy, and they are very clearly armed. So this is not some random location that you would come up that you would want to just screw around and find out. You can, and there may be cause to do so, but these are not chumps.
Okay. So, I guess Tycho will walk down and say, hello. You must be the decon team.
They say, yes, sir.
Okay. Well, this is
your papers, please.
Drade.
Yeah. So Drake goes ahead and hands over the information.
Okay. So you hand over a scan doc, as well as some other scan docs that ultimately prove your ship's manifest, why you're flying it, so on and so forth. Who you're under contract with, and he's just kind of going through it. It's like, Goes, oh, of course. Under contract to Sovereign Mining, correct?
And looks to Lord Tycho.
Did we? That's a good question.
As a hint, Nasari, you might want to nod your head.
Yes.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm reviewing my notes
No,
about
that's okay.
this engagement. Sorry.
Yeah. Again, it's another company you were familiar with, as well as Ashi Jack.
But yes, he will. The player is not a very note-taking person, but Tycho would have said yes automatically. So
Okay.
yes,
So
I'll remind
he's kind of rummaging through it a little bit, and he says everything appears to check out. It looks like all standard regulatory fees are to be charged to the to Sovereign Mining Company. So we will simply provide you with a receipt once that has been taken care of. And he kind of does like one of these numbers with his hands, and a tech crew comes in and they start going through the routine of, going over the ship at this point, making sure it's clean. It's not like leaking fluid. Of course, no minox, things of that nature. Just, that the ship isn't a hazard to be on the platform. And he just turns and motions, and with a stiff kind of gesture, he says the monorail transport, which gives you access to Elrood, is this way. Please proceed at your earliest convenience.
Okay, quick question. What time of day is it?
When you guys have landed at this point, it's like first thing in the morning, so
Okay,
equivalent
okay.
to like 8.
Okay, good.
Good
Okay,
question.
so I can still see. All right.
Yes, very good question.
Okay. Well, he'll look to like everybody else. If you guys are ready, let's head out.
Okay, and as you guys start to walk, you end up hearing, as you cross off the platform from the ship, you see that there's a light that a red light that illuminates around the ship, and he says, "Hold on a moment," because he goes, "Meow." And the guards kind of stop and look, and he says, and they start going, taking a scanner over you, and he says, "All ranged weapons are illegal on Elrood, and no bladed weapons may exceed any length of 10 centimeters or more. Permits are required to carry any weapon, and all permits must be acquired through Elrood Starport Permits Office."
Okay.
Armor is also prohibited on Elrood.
I'll go put my gun back in the ship.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she'll
shoot,
have to go put some of her stuff back on the ship.
Dang
Yeah.
it! I should have said something.
You guys weren't
Since I've
relying
been
on
here
me
before.
to be a shooter anyway, so.
So, we go back to the ship, drop off our guns and armor.
Okay.
Lady Nasara, do you know where to go as far as your contract negotiations?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to
If you
head
like,
over.
we can do that first thing.
Okay.
Get it out of the way.
Yes.
Or whatever.
Well, I was thinking you could go ahead and do that, and I'll head over to the port office and see if I can't get some permits for our blasters.
Why don't you do that first?
Okay. All right.
Because the place that I need to do this contract negotiation is not here at port.
Right. It's actually in Elrood.
Okay. All right. Well, let's head over to the office. I can't remember the name. The spaceport office.
Sure.
Yeah.
When Montan comes off the ship, by the way, he has street clothing and, whatever normal tourist hat, I guess, but it's floppy. It kind of obscures him from overhead view.
Okay. Sure.
I just don't have a real life hat to do that. So.
Oh no, that's fine.
Yeah,
I could probably smuggle the Gaffridi stick.
Yeah, she will go put her blaster away as well, and she makes sure her head is covered when she comes out.
Okay. And I'm sorry, Colin, did you say you were bringing the gaffy stick out?
I said my guy could probably bring his stick since it's not technically a blade.
It has a long pike on it. It most certainly is
Oh.
a weapon. You would have to leave it inside.
Damn. All right. Well, that is both my weapons.
So, and with that, then from the platform, there is the Elrood's Starport permits office, which is on the platform. It's obviously there
perfect.
for people who might be in this particular situation. It's like a satellite office thereof, sort of thing.
Oh, perfect.
And they've got a small customs office like right next to it. For people that are, there's a couple people there clearly having to deal with the decon team or whatnot. Like they found something they didn't expect. So again, there's some commerce and there's issues kind of walking back and forth. So, but when you approach, you can see, they've got across the Starport permits office. There's also a ticker that goes through regular flights that are going out that says along the ED trade route. And it has a list of times, like when you can catch a vessel and buy passage and so on and so forth. So you approach the permits office. Yeah, how can I help you?
Hi, I need some permits for some blasters. This is my first time on Elrood, so I did not realize that we needed permits. How can we get those?
Well, you would come to this office, obviously.
Right. And then
So how many blasters are we talking about, and how many individuals? We're gonna have to see some sort of identification.
all right, guys, bring your identification. Yeah. So I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 6 total.
No, I don't need one.
You don't need one. Okay, 5 total.
Okay.
Yeah.
So as
So-
you line up and start taking the identification, kind of going through it at this point.
Yep.
So it's going to cost 25 credits per license, and it is good for 8 days.
Ooh, nice.
You have to carry all carried weapons must be prominently displayed. They cannot be like under a cloak or something. So it's not a concealed permit.
Oh, perfect. How much does the concealed permit cost?
They don't have one.
Oh, very well. All right, let's charge it to my account then. 25 times 5 is how much?
125.
Okay.
125.
However, when she gets to Owen's identification, she says, "I'm sorry, there's some sort of flag on this particular identification here, and I'm not going to be able to issue the permit for this individual."
Yeah, and Ashi just looks at Owen with that suspicious look again.
Okay, that's fine. Well, 25 times 4.
Owen just looks at the permit person, just says, "There may be a flag, but I can just see you might get a lot of flack and you may be underpaid. Can't you just let this slide? Hell, I'll even pay you myself for this permit myself."
Okay, trying to bribe an official. Let's back up here real quick. This will be the first roll of the game.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
Oh, no, don't say that.
That is an appropriate Star Wars term.
No.
Okay, so we want to go with persuasion. So you're going to roll for persuasion. It looks like for you, Colin, that's going to be 5d6.
Ooh, he might do it.
And I would roll on what bot?
in the Star Wars roll chat.
Yeah.
The /R.
Okay. /R. I'm just making sure.
/R space 5d6.
Right, the first one is in a 1. That's what was
That
that's
is
what killed
correct.
me
So
last.
Yeah, the first
Yeah.
die is the wild die.
Yeah.
Yeah, first die is a wild die. If it rolls a 6, you're in for luck. If it rolls a 1, not so much.
Okay.
So 14.
That's not
Okay.
bad.
So she looks at you for a second when you approach, when you give that comment, and she says, "Am I to understand you're trying to bribe an official of the Elrood in Starport?"
Nah. I'm just simply understanding that, let's just say, officials don't really get the pay they really deserve, and they really get a lot of flack from people that are just entitled to what they think they
So,
are really needing.
Okay, why don't you go
So-
ahead and roll one more time for your persuasion?
oh my God, he did it.
21. 21.
Nice.
Okay, so nice. Okay, so she hems and haws about it for a second, and she says, "I'll do it for 150."
I'm gonna look over to Owen. I don't have that kind of money.
Liar.
Shit. Hold on. I'm trying to.
Okay, quick
I-
question. Did Lord Tornar give me his Black Amex card?
No.
No blank checks.
Did I just blow all my? I don't remember if I blew all my money on.
It certainly looks like you blew all your money on gear.
Yeah, it's looking like that. Shit.
So, Tycho's gonna like pop in. Okay, we can't do that. So sorry to bother you. Have a good day. Bye. I'm gonna move everyone out of the way.
So she has a bit of a dirty look at this point, and shuts the window just
Oh,
as the
Yeah.
4 of you have been issued the passes. So if
Should
you
have just
wish
let
to,
him wear the uniform.
so if you wish to go back to get your weapons, those 4 of you who do have passes, you may do so.
all right. Trudge
Yeah,
back to the
Great will.
Yeah, back to
Might as well.
the plane. Not
After
the
all that
plane, the
effort.
ship.
Okay.
Yeah, and once they get back to the ship, she's actually going to say that, you might as well just let him wear the uniform. I mean, he still brought unwanted attention to us.
Yeah, we got to be more careful, Owen. We got to. Let's just get this done and over with.
I
We
was
can talk-
not expecting the price to be hiked that high.
Well,
I
that's
suppose
that's.
it.
I was actually hoping for them to let it slide.
Yes, Lady
I
Nasara.
I suppose it bears mentioning that this is a very rules-oriented planet, and It's also, I mean, as you can see, they take their weapons policies very seriously. So all the times that I've been here, it's been very safe. I haven't had any unusual experiences visiting this planet.
Okay.
For what that's worth. I don't know what our business is going to take us into, but I don't expect a lot of trouble here.
Better to have it and not need it than need it and not have it.
Fair enough.
So yeah, all right. And we'll think of something when we get back to Pelagia. Ooh boy. All right.
Okay, so you guys take a brief moment to come back, collect what goods that you need to get, and of course make sure your weapons, belts, and everything are prominently displayed. Those of you who have the passes, and then go walking back out to catch the monorail that goes into the city from here.
Ooh.
Now, as I indicated, Earth is kind of a good template for what this place looks like. It's got some rolling plains and a mountainside in the distance. Nice lush trees. Again, because the place is corporate run, obviously there's a lot of, like she said, rules and regulations. In some cases, that does go against you. In other cases, it works in the favor of the populace, which it's clear they do at least a moderate job of making sure that the planet is not like deforested or wrecked from mining or anything of that nature. So it still retains some of its pristine look. So as you come upon the city, as the monorail's kind of traveling just above tree level, and coming into a stop at the several spires in the midst of this very clean and kept looking capital city of Elrood. The doors slide open and it speaks in a couple of like there's a basic language. They also speak Elrood, and then it speaks like one or two other languages to let everybody know this is the last stop, Elrood. And it also tells you like where to go to customs again should you need it. But other than that, that's really it. And a couple people are obviously getting off. Some people are getting on. They're going to be traveling the rail back to their ship, or perhaps someplace even further, maybe to one of the other cities. And I mean, again, it looks like you guys have stepped into a very clean looking New York City.
Okay.
A lot of buildings close and on top of one another, but the roads are paved. There's you don't see trash coming around. You see those friendly security guards every so often. People seem to be enjoying themselves for the most part. There is a park area not far away that again is also well kept, and people kind of walking around and minding their business and keeping to themselves.
I'm going to spend that ride reading up on local laws
Sure.
on my data pad. So
That is easy to obtain. So, I mean, you know what? I'll tell you what. Why don't I just try and I'll screen cap this here for you, so you got this on hand, because I actually have this. Not everything is quite as detailed in Star Wars, but Elrood is, so I can provide that to you.
Nice.
And I will drop that in our Facebook chat. It's not something I need to go over, but would be handy to have on hand. There you go. You can see that there are some speeder cabs out front. There is a speeder bus for people, for large groups need to be, going somewhere. Otherwise, some speeder bikes and cars flying around nearby. Nowhere near as claustrophobic as Coruscant, where there's like space lanes all over the place and whatnot. But I mean, it is definitely active for, again, this planet all the way in the backwater somewhere.
All right. Well, where do we head from here?
Let's get the negotiations out of the way. Where to, Lady Nasara?
She will give him directions.
All right, so we are going to the Sovereign Mining offices downtown.
Ooh.
So are you going to all pile into a speeder taxi, or how are you guys going to do that? Get a rent a speeder or something?
How long are we expecting to be on planet?
I
That
think
is
we
a great question. You guys should probably talk in character. Like, is there anything else any of you
We-
want to accomplish while you're here?
we did talk about it last session.
Do we decide?
I want to
like,
say
4
9.
days or something?
Yeah, it
9
was
days?
4 days out, 4 days back, and 1 day to do everything. So 9 days. That's what it was.
Okay. Why don't we just like rent a vehicle for the day?
Sure.
Jerome, can you say the name of the mining company again?
Sovereign Mining. Spelled exactly how it sounds. Sovereign.
Who all has business on this planet?
Is it just me?
I believe it's just you, but you are us, and us are we. So all of us.
Wait, there was another something that we wanted to accomplish while we were here, right?
Tycho's gonna open up the little information thing on his data pad.
Okay.
Did it say anything else? I don't think so.
No, it did not say anything specific outside of
Just
what
drop
Nasara
the
has.
cargo. Yeah, drop the cargo off,
Mhm.
which is being done.
That's
right?
probably the other thing you're getting confused with.
The cargo.
There was
Yeah,
cargo
the
that
cargo.
came with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So
Okay.
the cargo, but the starport is taking care of the cargo.
No, they're not actually taking care of the cargo.
Okay, so we should probably do that when we get done with negotiations. Okay, perfect.
Well, that's actually tied to the negotiation. So you can
Right.
We're
basically,
delivering their cargo.
You're basically going to take care of both with that one. But that's because there were
excellent.
2 things. It's probably where you're getting confused at, which is
Yeah.
totally fine.
Excellent. Okay.
Okay, so then let's rent some kind of a cargo vehicle that
Mhm.
will hold the cargo and also all of us together.
It was
Wait.
a lot of cargo. It was a lot of stuff, right?
You said negotiations, no?
Who are you speaking to?
We
Oh.
we have to do negotiations, no?
Well, the negotiations that I'm handling are contracts with some of the workers.
Oh.
They're not about the cargo.
Oh, then yes, let us deliver the cargo.
I think we're gonna need like a freight, like a tractor trailer. It's a lot of cargo.
What you can do, and Nasari, you would know this. You can once you go to the Sovereign Mining offices, you can negotiate with. You can talk to them and say, we've got, because that's who you're giving the supplies to.
Come back to port and,
and
come and get it.
And they'll send their people to go to collect.
Let's say
it.
we may not need to deliver it. I mean, think about this as like a UPS.
That
trailer.
makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Leave it there before the next freighter gets it from there and takes it wherever.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, because I was getting
Hashtag
confused.
not a real cargo person.
Yeah, I was
Okay.
getting confused because I was thinking, why did we take the monorail
Right.
when we should have just got a cargo there? And yeah,
All right, so
Okay.
let's go talk
Okay,
to
cool.
these people.
All right, so let's go ahead
Okay.
and rent a vehicle for us. Ooh, Elrood is shiny. Wow.
Nice.
Okay, well, I mean, if we put the... Oh, did we just lose a bunch of people?
Your net
No.
connection's starting to go down, Brittany.
Mine is?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, you know what?
Close
Hang on a second. I know what I
Windows.
didn't do. What should I need to fix? That'll probably help. Does everybody see everybody? With the exception of Colin?
Yeah. I can.
I don't have Shelly. Shelly here?
Shelly is here.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay, let me dip out.
Okay. I forgot to lower the bit rate on the video, so you guys were dealing with 500K instead of like 140.
Oh boy.
I'm betting that's why she started having problems.
Okay, well, let's while we're waiting, can we just say we rented a vehicle?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So
So-
to rent the speeder at this point, we'll say it is just for the rental of the day. We'll say it's 100 credits.
Okay.
All right.
Lord Tornar did not give me his Black Amex card.
That
right?
is correct. That is
Okay.
correct.
Keep
We
asking,
established
though.
that
Maybe
the
it'll
last
happen.
time you asked.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Guys, it's gonna cost some money to rent the car. Can I get like 25 from each of you?
Seriously?
Seriously?
Are we getting reimbursed?
Yes.
Well,
I,
if we're getting reimbursed, then I can do that. That's
okay,
fine.
good. Yes. Okay, Tycho will collect 25 from everybody, the $100 to rent the car, and off we go.
Okay. Not a problem. They take your name and information, and obviously your license details, just in case it gets stolen, and a way for them to track it, obviously, which is built into the
Right.
shit or the speeder.
Speed.
And it's a basic speeder. It does have a top, and it will seat up to 6 people.
Oh, perfect.
Technically, if you want to throw some people on top, which is not advisable, you could probably carry more. But it has a hard top.
Oh, nice.
So you take off into the morning air of Elrood proper. And given the fact that this is one of the cleanest planets that most of you have been on in some time, it doesn't have the sea spray smell and feel of the Pelagian homeworld Pelagon that you guys were just on.
Oh, Pelagon.
But this is more outdoorsy. Like you got away, went to the mountains sort of thing. Like you smell the pine trees, you smell some budding flowers. Like it's got a nice scent to it. It's not overall industrialized, and the speeders are monitored for their excess. So they're not damaging the ozone layer. Like I mean, a lot of stuff is really kept up. And you guys are getting a good look at the outer ring of the city. You can see that there are other shops and other places where the monorail would actually drop off, from like the ring and carry on sort of thing. There are several areas here where it's like kind of not like a tent city where there's like homeless, but tents as in like it's a bazaar. So it's like open air shopping, so perhaps some entertainment, pop up food stands, that sort of thing, like kind of folksy kind of look to it. So it's clear Elrood has its own kind of culture as far as a corporate city might look. But of course, Nasara directs you guys to go downtown. There is a fairly big 5-story building. Most of the office buildings in this area are very well kept and maintained. It's got a couple of trees sitting out front, and right up in Arabesh, you can see it says Sovereign Mining. They've got a couple people coming in and out. There is a display that kind of a holo display that goes through some local ads, some for if you're looking for a party, others speeder sales, so it has that mix of commercialism, but not like but not like Nar Shaddaa, where it's like Las Vegas on crack, where it's like neon this and holographic, displays all over the place. Everything has some sort of semblance of order, even if it's kind of pervasive as far as advertisements are concerned. But I mean, you approach. The security officers here all wear the badge of Sovereign Mining, as opposed to the typical badge that you would see from the security guards from around the city. Essentially the corporate police.
Okay. And the corporate police would be Elrood?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Basically, it's the same type of guys you saw at the starport.
Okay.
The overly friendly, strong-looking lads that are very clean and well-kept.
All right.
Okay. Well, Tycho will open the door, let everybody in.
Okay. So as you open here, bing, bing. Welcome to Sovereign Mining.
Swanky place.
There's a long desk that kind of goes down one side. There's obviously a corporate courtyard on the inside. It's got a nice little fountain kind of flowing. Some people look like they're probably just chit-chatting, nearby, like maybe they're on a lunch break or whatever have you. Maybe they're having a meeting, outside in the courtyard. Who knows? But there's a little bit of ambiance in here. The security up at the front sees that you come walking in, and they say, "Ho there! What business do you have here at Sovereign Mining?"
Good morning. Yes, Lady Nasara here has an appointment for some contract negotiations at X time.
And so he extends his hand. May I see your identification credentials, please?
She will hand it over.
Okay. So he takes a moment, sets it down on a tray, and kind of slides a scanner. Kind of resembles the old school printouts that people would do with credit cards.
Yeah.
When they'd make the carbon copy.
Yep,
It looks kind of like that. It scans over the ID, hands it back to you. And he says, "Oh, yes, Lady Nasara, I apologize. Do you require security escort to Mr. Kiona's office?"
I don't believe so, unless there's anything going on that we should know about.
"No, ma'am. It is standard practice for us to offer, nevertheless."
Oh, thank you for the offer. I think we'll be fine.
Excellent. He says, of course, he handed you back the identification. He says, "You will want to take the first elevator, take it up to the 5th floor, and his office is off to the left. It's the largest one there."
Thanks very much.
Of course.
Is it understood that everyone's going to come with me, or just me?
It's how you want to play it.
Yeah, no, I'm going with you.
Okay.
Yeah, we're all in this together.
I'm fine.
She
if
is going
everybody
wherever
comes.
Owen is going.
He's unarmed, so he doesn't
Doesn't matter.
That's fine. Sure.
Yeah, I'll just wave to everybody to follow me, and then I'll
Okay.
head down the hall.
So a security guard follows you to the elevator, presses the appropriate button, reiterates again where specifically to go, and then you ride up on the elevator. Has nice little chime, bing bing, and of course there's a little soft music, easy listening, spacefaring music playing in the background.
Very nice.
And it opens up. Up here there's actually another security desk for this floor specifically. That's up here, and there's 5 guards, but it looks like they've already been told that you are coming. So when you come up, obviously there are security doors. They're clear, but there's security doors that go to the left and right wing of the building, and of course they buzz you so you can go into the appropriate one. So you hear like the buzz of the lock. It kind of opens up with a little hiss of air. and you come walking in here. These are all like executive suites. Like anybody who's big in the company has an office up here. And it looks like, just kind of glancing as you walk through, none of them are the same. They're all like customized. Like as you glance and maybe look in one of the window doors or something, you see one with like a bunch of plants. So it looks, got like, plant kind of ambiance. Another one has got like a bunch of trophies, like maybe it's of their family and sporting outings or whatever have you. And then the main office, which is at the very back, emblazoned, right across the door, it says very clearly, Drecker Kiona.
So we'll knock on the door to that office.
Okay. Come in.
And she will open the door.
Tycho will open the door.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And then allow Nassar to go in first, or are you?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, of course.
Yeah,
Of
okay,
course.
okay.
Sure. Okay. So as you do, the office in here basically takes up the rest of the third of the floor. Like there is a desk in here, and then the rest of it is just kind of space for whatever. Like there's like a jacuzzi, off to the side. There is some attention to detail to make it look like it's for. There's also some work efforts to go in here. Like there's a shelf.
It's an
of books,
executive jacuzzi.
but yes,
Right. Yeah.
there is a wardrobe off the side. There's very clearly a private bathroom here. With a fresher, which is basically a shower. And as you come walking in, you see a very corporate dressed, sharp dressed man, closest resemblance to a middle-aged, or actually back it up a little bit, probably in his 30s, John Cusack. Well kept kind of hair, little floppy, in the front, and he sees Nassara come walking up and enter, and he says, "Nass, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. I got caught up with some of my work. I would have met you at the starport. You'll have to forgive me. I am so sorry." And
Don't worry about it. I know my way around.
He brings her in for a polite hug.
She will hug him back and also maybe kiss his cheek.
Okay.
Politely.
So that then he does the same. He says, so did I hear correctly that your family is back living at the house?
Yeah. We assessed, conditions and decided that it makes sense to keep them closer. So
I would never question my cousin, so he kind of has a head for that. So if he says it's okay, then it's okay, right?
I'm not sad about having them a little bit closer.
I can't imagine. But could I ask a small favor?
Sure.
Could you put in a good word for me with Belle?
You're still gonna work on that, huh?
Opportunity has presented itself, right? Why not?
I will. I'll see what I can do.
Great. Wow, where are my manners? Who are your friends?
Oh, yeah. This is the new crew. This is our first mission together. Hopefully, first of many. And she will introduce each of them, and then she'll explain that Master Kiona is Lord Torinar's cousin. Is it Lord Kiona? It is.
It would be,
isn't it?
yes, technically. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it is his mother's house. So, you're since you're overseeing things, suppose we might as well tell you that we brought Lord Torinar's cargo.
Oh, right. Yes, we were expecting that. So that is what docking bay is that at? I can send some of our team to go get that.
She will let what's his name do the talking.
Yes, absolutely. It's at Spaceport 12.
Tycho.
Do you tell them Spaceport 12?
Yes,
Okay,
we didn't come up with a name. So
we did actually.
We did.
Great.
Well,
He says, "Okay, I know where that's at. I'll send my people on over to go get that picked up."
wait, just one moment. And he's going to pull out his data pad. Does it have the name of the port that he's landed in?
It sure does. I actually stated it to Dale too. Anybody get
That's
that?
right.
down?
It was the hangar. It was. I don't remember.
It was, I believe it was 454.
No, that was the heading.
Oh, that's the heading.
Oh.
Shoot.
Oh,
Nope, I don't have it.
I don't have it.
Dang, the one thing I didn't write down.
Nope.
Is there a memory roll?
There is not, but
Oh, man.
I will take mercy on you guys for this one, so you don't
Sorry,
botch
can I
it
just
by
look it up?
But it's 4.
Oh, 4. Okay. So
Bay
So
4.
You
Bay 4.
You
please.
correct yourself. Okay.
I do. Yes.
He says, "You're sure about that?"
Yes. I'm terribly sorry. It's been a long trip. Please, please forgive me.
All right.
Yes.
All right. So then he reaches down to his desk and and pages down below, and he says, "So I need a team to go to docking bay 4. I'm sorry, which ship brought this in?"
Ebon Hawk.
The Ebon Hawk.
And so he looks to Nassar and he goes,
I know, right?
Are you seriously?
That's what he sent us off in.
You're send a team down to pick up our supplies from the Ebon Hawk, and let me know when that's done. I want it double time. I want everything secured. Yes, sir. Thank you. So he hangs up and he says, "Wow. Okay. He must see something in you guys if he let you take that out. Good Lord."
It's been restored very meticulously. It's very beautiful.
Oh, no. I am quite aware. That's been his project for like the past year. I was with him when he bought it.
Oh, wow. Okay. So, negotiations. Where do we start?
Right. So next I just have the new contracts.
The indentured servants, right?
That's right.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Can
Okay.
we
I forgot that was coming up. Give me a couple minutes. Why don't you guys just make yourself at home in the office here? I'm going to get them called off the line, and I'll have them brought down here at 20 minutes tops.
Okay. Thank you.
Tycho's going to go over to the bar and make himself a drink.
Sure. And he says, "Oh, speaking of which, did anyone want anything to drink? Calf, liquor. Calf, by the way, is coffee. That's what they call it in Star Wars."
Right.
A liquor will be fine, please.
Okay. Then he motions to like basically it's one of those like globes, but it's of Elrood. But so you lift up the top and it's got a nice like chilled,
Ooh,
2 bottles on the inside
fancy.
sort of thing. Yeah, it's doubles up as a globe. It's a bit pretentious, but I mean,
Right.
is what it is.
This
So
whole
there,
office
so
is
there's definitely
pretentious.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's just gonna take his drink and just start drinking at 9 in the morning.
5 o'clock somewhere.
Yeah.
So does he leave?
No, he's still in the office. He's just walked off. Again, it takes up like a third of the floor, so he's walked off to the side somewhere to make a call.
I want to go ask Nassar. Did you say indentured servants?
Yeah, so we picked them up and they are graduating. They're essentially becoming free today, and there's it's a whole thing.
Your families, they are slavers?
No.
You have people who are gaining their freedom, but before that point, what are they?
Jerome, I don't remember the finer points of like where we picked them up. Could
We
you
didn't
refresh
go
my
into
memory?
specific detail, but yes, basically what has happened. One of the things that Lord Toronar has done is he has, because slavery is all over the galaxy, unfortunately, especially with like Twi'leks and some of the other races. Like it runs rampant, and the Empire does little to nothing to really curb it at all. So in essence, what you've been a part of is finding and purchasing slaves, which is of course legal contract, and in all those cases, if they weren't already indentured servants, what he does is he converts it to an indentured servitude contract, so they actually have a route out of it, so they're not stuck. The problem
And they're also
is the problem
like they're
is,
getting paid while they're working, right?
precisely. The problem there is there's a legality there, and if you go and just free them, which you totally can, people tend not to respect that at times. So slavers might come around and recapture them because they think, oh, hey, two for the price of one, sort of thing. So this actually not only grants them pay, but also grants them the capability of earning the paperwork. So that way nobody can come back and say, oh, well, you're still a slave. No, I've got, it's all right here. There's obviously more to it, but that was kind of a project that he had been working on to try and bolster some of the workforce.
Okay, so she would essentially like relay that in kind of a shorthand, because I'm sure you would be familiar with how slaves are a thing. So,
Oh, we'll get to that in my backstory when it comes up.
hey, well, anyway, so as part of the program that that Sovereign has put together is enabling the paperwork to allow them to stay free, and also gives them a route to decide what they want to do with their lives after this.
Okay. He's kind of looking at you, not quite as badly as he was looking at Owen in the Imperial gear, but he's not super happy. So he stops questioning about it.
I know it's kind of a difficult situation all around, but we're doing the best that we can by these people.
Okay, and so he comes walking back and he says, "Okay, so we have I had one of my people scan for those that are done. I think there was 15 that have completed.
My note says 10, but
10. Okay,
I'm good with 15.
either way, it's fine." He says, "All right, so I have a transport. They're being given the day off. I'm still trying to keep it a bit of a surprise, but I'm sure it's probably not a surprise to them.
I
And
mean,
they're being brought downtown.
I'm sure that it's kind of out of character, but I'm sure that those, like, the longer that they work here, the more they see that this is a thing that happens.
Oh yeah,
So I'm sure they are familiar with what's about to happen.
yeah.
They weren't the cargo, were they?
No,
No,
Okay.
ooh, creepy.
you didn't know? 4 days on that ship and you didn't know?
Well, I was actually going to start the game with asking to go. I wanted to go investigate the cargo, but we got rolling so fast that I just.
Wait, that's what all the crying was. Oh.
Oh yeah.
Makes me wonder what we did for all of those 4 days.
Oh no!
Exactly. So, within 20 to 25 minutes or so, eventually some people are brought up. Their clothing isn't great. They're, many of them are still in their overalls. They've cleaned up enough, like their hands aren't dirty or anything. They're not super grubby. Many of them are Twi'lek, but not all of them are. Some of them are human. There are, but they're mostly alien races. And as they go, and I'll just play through this here a little bit. Nasara, of course, is helping to facilitate this, but there is a little private ceremony for them. They're given their official paperwork that has now granted them their legal freedom. That is recognized. Their contract has been fulfilled. They are given a credit stick for their service, and then they are also given a scan doc paperwork to the home that they have been residing in. So they now are official homeowners.
Wow.
Through the process. And of course they're all, like, when they came in, you could sense that they already kind of knew what was going on. So there was no dread amongst them. There was kind of like, is this really a kind of like antsy, kind of vibe. And then as he rolls it out for each individual one and shakes their hand, and not all of them, you do get the sense of the murmuring and chattering amongst them that some of them already have families as well. So this is kind of like their like kind of like a birthday or a rebirth day in a sense. Like they are now free. They're given a bonus on top of that, and now they're official homeowners. So now they have something to their name, so they can redirect their life however they see fit.
My notes say that in addition, if anybody does not want to stay now that their contract is finished,
Mm-hmm.
and they'd like to leave the company, in return for the home that they've been living in, we will pay for their transit to wherever they would like to go, in case
Correct.
they have family or friends in diaspora and want to rejoin them somewhere.
Right. Which none of them do. It's
but it's important that we give them that option.
But yes, and
Right.
that is actually read off. You do hear that is an option, but they are very happy with what has happened. But there is some talk, like some of them talk amongst themselves about do they want to stay here, or do they actually want to go to Palagon, into the in the Tapani sector. So there's some chattering a little bit amongst that, but otherwise, I mean, they're elated. They've got their paperwork at this point, and they thank them, and then they eventually walk out.
Well, that's wonderful news for them. I wish them all the best.
Yeah, it's always an exciting day.
He says, yeah, and our Nasara here actually helped broker one of the first deals for that particular type of business transaction. So I think it's kind of, I mean, it's really been working out. I mean, I don't know about you, but everybody seems to be really pleased, and it's significantly less difficult to motivate them to work because they clearly have,
Something to strive for.
exactly some sort of an exit strategy if they need it.
That they're becoming more trustful that Sovereign is a place that cares about its workers and that is going to treat them well. Especially since so many of them actually come from a really difficult and abusive background. So
He says, "Yeah, I think most of these individuals were picked up from Hut Space. So yeah, I would not be surprised if this was a step up for them."
Yeah, probably. Compared to Hut Space, oh yeah, most places are a step up, I think.
yeah,
I ain't surprised.
You've been to Hut Space?
I'm from Tatooine.
Oh.
So I think your friend is saying, yeah, he's been to Hut Space.
Yeah.
Ooh, Tatooine. Ugh. Okay.
yeah, that doesn't sound like a fun place to
So
be.
my people are indicating they've got everything taken care of off of the ship. I still can't believe he let you take that thing. Good grief.
I know, right?
How long are you in?
Makes me nervous just flying it.
How long are you in town for? Are you
I think
like immediately heading back, or?
we're set to go back tomorrow. Is there anything cool that we can do for the rest of the day? I mean, I hear your pod racing. No, your swoop biking. Uh, I can't remember the
Yes.
word. I
Swoop
hear
bike
it's
racing.
quite the thing.
Yeah, and that's probably from your son.
It is.
Who has
He
hit me
does
up for
not
tickets quite a bit.
shut up about it.
No, I am not surprised. Yes, swoop bike racing is actually very popular, not only here but especially on Coin. Um, he says, I mean, there's that if you would like.
Circuit. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah, swoop bike
Sorry.
circuit. Yeah. He says there's obviously shopping or and sightseeing here in town. If you're looking to stay, I'm happy to put you up in one of our hotels here, so that way you don't have to sleep on a ship.
Well, that's
Yes,
very
I
kind of you
will
as far as that goes.
turn and look at the group.
I'm fine with staying with the ship.
Hotel would be nice.
So who's bunking with Owen?
Swoop bike falls under repulsor, correct?
I don't know.
No, I've got swoop operation as a different skill.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, they are different from
Yep.
typical
Oh,
repulsors.
okay. I was just
Oh.
asking because I got a mechanical 3, so that caught my attention.
Gotcha. So you were saying, Brittany?
I wasn't saying
Oh, it sounded like you were about ready to say something.
nope.
No, my character asked who was bunking with Owen.
Tycho looks.
The rooms would be private. You don't have to bunk with anybody.
Yeah. But you can just see this worry on Tycho's face when she says that.
And you know what? I saw it just kind of tilts her head and looks at Tycho.
Tycho's just going to look back with this
Well, consider that he doesn't have anything, and we're on a safe planet. Look at this place. There's guards everywhere. Nothing's going on. And honestly, I don't get any bad vibes coming from Owen. If he managed to get out of Tatooine in one piece, I think he's good people.
Okay. Well, So Ashi, you are at the. You don't want a hotel, then you're going to stay on the ship.
No, I'll be fine in the ship.
All right. Everybody else, hotel room? Yes, no. Montan, Owen, Trade.
Hotel, yeah. Let's do it. That'd be nice.
I might give the soup bike a try.
All right.
Well, this is where you want to stay. I mean,
Oh,
we
yeah.
we can direct you to the
I'll-
to where the
I'll
sleep bike
do-
tracks are at.
Yeah, I'll probably bunk in the ship
All right,
afterwards.
fair enough.
Oh,
So
she would. Yep.
So
That's
then
good.
Ashi, yeah. So then Tycho turns to Ashi and just smiles. Oh, he's
She smiles back.
He does. he kind of wants his gun in case anything happens. So
Right. Yeah.
okay, fair enough.
You sleep with your blaster.
Yeah.
She's gonna sleep with her lightsaber. What are you talking about?
oh.
We don't know about that.
I'll be
I
on my
know.
bunk. He says, "Okay, well, I will send one of my runners over, and I will probably have that arranged within the next hour at best. So why don't you do whatever it is that you are going to do, and meet back here. Somebody at the front desk will give you the directions to the hotel, and we'll take it from there."
Okay. Well, thanks a lot. It's been nice to see you again.
Likewise, and let me know how it goes. Don't
Yeah,
tell her I
I'll,
asked. I mean, that would be like,
I promise.
okay.
To defeat the purpose, of course.
Right, exactly. And, yeah, okay. Anyways.
You didn't spend much time with her while she was here, did you?
No. She was, that was kind of a different thing. Yeah, I didn't.
Missed opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, but I think the idea was not to draw attention to her and
Oh, right,
the security
right.
team. So,
Of course.
yeah, I kept my distance.
Of course.
Okay.
So out of character, they're going to the swoop races.
Let's go to the swoop races if nobody else
Is
has.
that just like swoop? SWOOP swoop
Yep.
Swoop bikes.
bikes. Okay.
Oddly enough, I have a 2D2 in that.
Big engines with little seats
Wow.
and massive.
So
Death
think
potential.
what Anakin used.
Yeah, they're literally huge, oversized engines that have like a little pod in between it, to some extent that's all you could almost confuse it for a bicycle.
There's one in Ahsoka too. What's her name wrote it in the first episode.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
Sabine.
Sabine wrote it in the first episode.
Sabine. It's actually a good series.
Okay, so with that, you take the rest of the day. Two of you go back to the ship to collapse and do whatever, relax. The others are taking advantage of the hospitality, and you have your own hotel room. It's not obviously terribly big, but it is clearly expensive. So it was not something that any expense was spared. It's got a nice bed. It has nice mood lighting should you want it. It has a monitor set up for all the appropriate channels here. It has all of them have balconies that you can look out over the skyline and see the twin moons that orbit Elrood. So I mean, it's really nice, really comfortable. Room temperature settings and everything, so it's way better than staying on a typical ship. And obviously, there's room service should you need it.
Excellent. Let's run up to Bill.
Spoken like a true nobleman.
Right.
He's like, he can afford this.
Yeah.
One of everything, good sir.
I think he doesn't even think about the affording thing. He just like, of course I'm gonna order this.
Yeah.
Who doesn't order this?
And I'm going to break the seals on everything in the little fridge.
It's gonna be like Home Alone 2.
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Last time I went to Vegas, I picked up a water from the mini bar, put it back down, and they charged me $15 for it
Oh my gosh.
because they have a sensor on the bottom. You pick it up, you buy it.
Oh,
Oh wow.
I had no
Wow.
idea.
Like, how petty. Come on.
I mean, it was a big bottle of water, but I don't know if it was a $15 bottle of water.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah, the answer is no.
Well,
It wasn't. Yeah. But all of you have taken some time at this point to relax, get some room service, or take your mind off, at the ship or whatever have you. The next day comes around, and Nasara, you get a call coming into your room.
at the hotel.
Yeah.
I will answer.
I will
the
be
call.
right back.
Sure, no problem. All right. So he says, "Hey, Nas, it's Drecker again. Could I ask you for another small favor?
What's up?
There are. I just need you to go to our operation, our salvage operation, here in the sector. It's not terribly far away, and it's actually on your way out. On the route. It's a planet. It's a planet by the name of Korad. It's in essence, a junk planet. My
How do
cousin
you
said,
spell that?
"What's
Korad?
that?" Korad.
Korad?
Korad.
Okay.
He says my cousin set up a salvage business there, and we are just wanting to double check and make sure that the nothing's interfering with our office staff there. The place is a little out of the way on the planet side, and it's not like it sees a lot of traffic unless we are specifically going there and picking something up. So I just want to make sure that everything is operating the way it is, and I think having a physical presence there to check on them as opposed to just calling is probably going to give some more gravitas, if you understand my meaning.
Sure. Anything I should know about the culture or the laws there?
The culture? It's a trash planet.
I mean,
Like-
is like,
There's-
are we gonna?
No, there's no culture there.
Okay.
Anybody who's there are scavs, or our people. Obviously corporate related. The the planet essentially, from what I understand, back in the day, there was a company that tried to recycle ships, capital ships, star ships, that sort of thing, and specialized in metal reclamation, that used to run the planet. And so obviously it's this giant junkyard, for lack of a better term.
Ooh, junkyard. Came back at the right point.
Yeah. So you just need us to make sure that everything is going as expected.
Yeah. Just give me your opinion when you get there. Maybe just double check it, because there's no official law there. No, the Empire doesn't come out this far. So it's not like there's any sort of government oversight or anything on that planet. So it's probably rife with some criminal activity as well. I just want to make sure that they haven't gotten their fingers in the, in our people there.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that. Anything else?
No, that is it. I appreciate it, and just before you leave, just let me know one way or the other, so that way I can send a cleanup crew if I have to.
Okay. So she will sign off and then call Tycho.
Okay.
Tycho will answer the call. Yeah. Good morning.
Hey, Drekar, Lord Kiona called me and asked if we would do him another favor on our way off planet.
Sure.
There is a junk planet called Korad that is on our way back to Pelagon. He says that Sovereign has set up a salvage business there, and he'd like us to just take a look and poke around and make sure that everything is going, above board with the operation there. Hope that's okay. I said. Okay.
Sure. Does this come with any compensation from?
I am sure that Lord Toronar would be happy to add it to our contracts.
Excellent. Okay. Well, I have no issue with it, and it's on our way, so shouldn't be that much of a problem. Everything has gone smooth sailing so far, so we'll make a quick stop over at what did you say the planet was? Korad? Korad. All right. And and then we'll head back to Pelagon.
Okay. I'll see you back at. Wait, I guess we might as well ride back over together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I'll see you in the lobby shortly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. And he will end the call. Yep.
Okay. 1 second, I'll be right back. Go ahead and chat amongst yourselves.
When we get to the
lobby.
Here we go. We got a map. Montan, you took a hotel room, right? You're muted, but I heard yes. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, Korad. Okay, so when we all get to the lobby, I'll fill everybody in. I'll be like, "Hey guys, we're gonna make this quick stop over at Korad. We should get some compensation for it. We're just gonna check out Sovereign's recycling operation over there and make sure everything's on the up and up, and we'll head home." So, quick credits.
Montan looks hungover.
Tycho also looks hungover, but
you look like you've had a
you got the hat.
Full night. You both look like you've had a full night.
We did. I did. I sure did.
Appreciation to Sovereign Mining.
You're muted.
And Dale, you're muted.
So it seems like there's not much left in your mini bars in your rooms, eh?
Nope. Rated it all.
Oh.
I am small. It is full-size bar.
How tall are Bothans?
I've got it on my sheet as I think I put them at like 5'2".
Oh, okay.
They're smaller than humans.
I was thinking like
I'm
3 feet.
5'2". What are you talking about?
I mean,
They are normal size.
Backpedal now.
I mean, I'm 6'2" in real life, so
There we go.
5'2" sounded
I
short.
know. I'm short to everybody. Everybody's taller than me.
Jerry, I messed up.
So we're all in jail now.
Yes, you are. You're in Shelley's
we
jail.
we RP'd ourselves into jail
Good job.
without
We can.
Jerome.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Well, since you know these people in real life, they asked how tall I was, and I said, "Oh, Bosmans are short. I have them at 5'2", and they were like, "Hey."
Yeah, I was like, I'm 5'2". Hello.
All right. So,
So when they get back to the ship, they're going to find my character in I guess the communication areas in the cockpit. She slept there that night.
okay.
All right.
In the flight chair.
Somebody should keep an
All
eye
right.
on the hot rod. So
The vintage hot rod.
Yeah, when we get to the ship, Tycho's gonna let Owen and Ashi know, hey, we're gonna make a quick stop, makes a little bit more money, and yeah, then we'll be back to Pelagon. So,
All right, that's good to know.
what was the name of that planet again?
Korad.
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 And now's a good time for me to roll. Not astrogation.
Planetary systems.
Planetary systems.
Mm-hmm.
Let's roll it. What do I know about
All
Korad?
that beautiful bean footage.
5d6 plus
I got nothing of the sort.
plus 15. All right. Oh, thank God. 18. What did an 18 get me?
Okay. All right. So, the background on Korad. Korad is known for one business and one business only: salvage. The planet was originally settled in the time of the Old Republic by a corporation called Renew, which specialized in metal reclamation and wreck salvage. Korad was used as a dumping ground for old ships, vehicles, machinery, and other wastes. Many years ago, Renew went bankrupt, leaving the world independent. To this day, the world is a giant refuse yard. It is a place where just about anything can be abandoned with no questions asked, since no one seems to be in charge of the planet. Many criminals use the planet as a good place to dump the bodies of the beings who are in the way.
Oof.
Circling the planet's circumference like a natural space ring is a band of scrapped vessels, many dating back to the Old Republic. The barren surface is littered with wrecks ranging from starfighters to freighters to repulsor lift vehicles to old droids to old land speeders. The atmosphere is thick with the odor of leaking fluids from the wrecks, spilled chemicals, and the like. Korad's atmosphere does require a breather mask.
Are there any Minarchs on there?
Minox?
That is a great question. It does not indicate that there are any signs of wildlife on that planet, although it is impossible to tell because there's no government oversight.
Fascinating.
Okay.
Well, let's we have to make astrogation checks.
Yes.
To the astrogation chamber.
Who's going to be plotting the astrogation? And are you going to be spending the time to do so? Obviously, you don't have to do it in a hurry.
I only have a 2d6 in it.
Yeah,
So-
Nasara and Drade were doing that last time, so we can do that again.
Okay, so astrogation. So hold on a second. So
I want to see if that's something available from the spaceport.
Ooh, that's a good. Yeah. Do they
Not
have
bad.
breathers?
Ask them what they're, if they have
Charts.
a map. Well, I mean, an astrogation plan for Korad. I'll look it up in their data system.
For the route, yes.
Okay, well, I'll get you started with that.
So then why don't you go ahead and just give me I think it's computers? Computer.
Yeah, computer programming and repair.
Uh,
There's not like a used computer skill.
right, yeah. Yeah, just give me that computer programming.
Started with a 6.
Started with a
Got
6,
20
yep.
total.
Nice.
Roll your 6 again.
Got another 6.
Roll
Oh
again.
my.
Nice.
Oh
Roll it again?
my.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it keeps exploding.
It does keep
Yeah.
exploding. Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
Incredible.
Keep going, Mike.
Who needs droids? 6.
Wow.
Oh, wait. Yeah,
Wow.
no,
This
I'm doing
is
it right.
statistically improbable.
Well, seeing as how last time I boarded the ship, tried to flip the computer on, and completely failed it.
Wow.
Make it up for it.
Roll again.
I'm working on it.
Okay.
There we
And a
go.
1.
And then a 1.
Oh wait, so then that means he failed. So the
No,
numbers
it just keeps
don't-
adding.
Oh, okay.
39.
Okay, so with a
I
39.
think that's a success.
Yeah.
That's a heroic success.
so
Something tells me.
You were initially attempting to just get like the Thomas guide of the star system, just enough to get you around. You started fiddling around on the planet side the planet side internet, essentially. I forget what they call it again.
The holonet.
Holonet. Thank you. I knew there was a term for it.
Nice.
And you start, you just start like pulling like all these charts and cross-referencing them. You end up, so if you're going to make, this is specifically for the Elrood sector. You have, and if you guys look at, it's a good thing I posted that map. So anything from the Darylin sector, that runs all along that primary route, the white thick line that you see there, all the way down to the Kidron system. Anything in that area, you guys, for the purposes of flying in this sector, someone needs to notate this down somewhere.
Yep.
For astrogation purposes, I'm going to give you a plus 15 to roll.
Nice.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay, I'm trying to put this in the notes. So from the
What
Darylane
was that?
sector to the what?
Kidron.
From the Darylin sector to the Kidron system, or Darylin system to Kidron system. Basically, the whole of the Elrood to Darylin run is what they call it. That whole essential hyperlane. You guys have. This won't last. It will last for a while, but the reason why you have to keep making astrogation is because there is some drift.
Planets shift.
Yeah, there is some drift there. So, but for the time being, you guys, anytime you travel to the Elrood sector, and I'll let you know if it doesn't, if that gets adjusted, you will be at a plus 15 to make astrogation checks. That is how thorough his information turned out to be.
Sweet.
So Montan basically gets on the ship and gets on the computer terminal and is messing around, and then comes along and is like, "Will this help?"
What? Wow. Yeah.
I found his
Yeah.
map.
That's pretty. How did you get all that? Who did you have to pay off?
No one. I found them. I'm good at what I do.
Clearly.
Okay. That's good. Good to know. Well done. All right. Well, let's get to work here.
That image didn't blow up well in my notes.
Ashi is going to ask Drade if there is somewhere that he keeps secured cargo, like under lock and key.
I mean, this is not my ship. I'm not sure. I haven't like looked around to see if there's any like secret compartments or anything. But
No, I
Why?
mean on your ship.
oh, my ship. I mean, you can put some. Why? What? Do you have something weird you need to store or what?
I'm just wondering.
Yeah. Okay.
Can't do it
Cool.
with a straight face.
All right. Yeah, we'll figure something out when we get back.
Oh.
Oh no. Do I have a reroll? I don't think I do. Shoot. Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So yeah, rolled a 1 on the wild eye for the astrogation check.
Okay. Ouch. After all that, got a bad roll. Okay, so everything is plotted
for
and
that too?
going into course. What were you saying, Brittany?
Am I rolling for astrogation too?
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine. Not unless you're wanting to double check his work.
Nope.
Which makes sense. You feel confident given all the information that Montan has come up with. You're like, we got this.
Yeah.
What could go wrong?
Famous last words.
Yep. So, punching everything in, doing final systems checks, and you guys are flying off into space, and then make the jump to hyperspace. You end up getting into that space. It's not terribly long. It's all in the same. It's all in the same system. I think there was a. There it is. Okay, I knew there was a map. Okay, so from Elrood. Just at the.
We're traveling one hex.
Yeah, I know. So it takes you 3, 7, 8, 9, because you got astrogation out the wazoo from that roll. So 9. So it's only going to take you about 7 hours. You're actually able to shave some time off from that jump and just take that through. You drop into the Korad system, which of course your computer immediately tells you, it announces that you are in that vicinity. Dale, why don't you go ahead and roll 2d6?
Okay.
Wow.
Snake eyes.
All right.
Today's
Welcome,
not
everybody.
your day.
Sorry, guys, I took all your rolls for the day.
Mike just, the well is dry.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. All right. So, so what's going to happen here at this point?
But I can't go see Mama.
Okay, I can't see Mama either.
That was.
I know.
Sorry about that, Dad.
I know. I do the same thing to Shelly. So as you guys are, fly in, it drops down out of hyperspace, and you end up immediately hearing some. Of course, the first alarm comes on, lets you know you reached your destination. Second alarm comes off as you guys start seeing smoke coming out of the back in the ship at this point, and the alarm starts going off on the control panel, indicating that there is a problem with the hyperdrive.
Ah, Shep, what the?
Ashi, we need your help.
Wait, what's
Yes.
this? We broke it already?
She will run to that area.
Okay. So there's like smoke billowing, and you can hear, or not hear, you can smell like ozone, the electricity kind of sparking and whatnot. Yeah, whatever happened, something happened to the hyperdrive, and the primary hyperdrive, and it is currently down. It needs repair at this point.
So she will, whatever comm system they have, she will report that back to Drade.
Okay, so at this point, that's where we're going to stop for the evening. Given that I don't want to go too much further, because it would take us in probably until almost another hour. That's where we're going to stop. It's probably a good thing that this happened on a junk planet.
Yes, I was just
yeah.
thinking that.
So that was kind of
Because
convenient.
the Ebon Hawk is now junk.
No.
No, it's not. You
I'm
stop.
kidding.
You stop that.
I'm just being hyperbolic.
No, that's fine. No, I know. So, our next game. Oh, and then Cool Imp, aka Justin, jumped in and said, "Smart."
Yep.
Nice.
So, our next game for this is going to be April the 13th.
Dun,
Or
dun,
not April the
dun.
13th, sorry. April the 10th.
Oh,
There we go.
It's a
not
Wednesday.
so ominous.
Yep. So, and then this Friday is going to be Ashland by Night, starting at 7:30 p.m. And then Saturday, I've been looking forward to this, is going
Let's
to be
go.
is the big day for Marvel superheroes. We get to find out just what happened to everybody and just how they're going to fix it, because they're coming off of a really big fight with powerful enemies. They just managed to get their friends out of prison and ran for it, and they have
Carmen has Ebola.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
still gotta
Carmen
deal with
has
that.
Ebola. Red Arsenal,
It's missing an arm.
among other things.
Oh, Hyperion has a date
Oh no.
with a villain.
Hyperion
true,
has
yeah.
a date, and what was it? And Ixion is still liquid.
That's
She's
right.
in a bucket.
He's
He's in a Tupperware.
yeah,
My bad.
He's in a busket.
A basket.
Give me the busket. So anyway,
Oh,
I hope you
man.
guys tune in for that. I hope you guys had fun with this. I had a lot of fun playing this out. It played out a little bit differently than I expected, which is never a bad thing. And I hope you guys like that intro. I plan on doing some more of that, specifically because it's kind of thematically Star Wars. And we will catch you guys all again next time. Good night, guys.
Nice.
Night.
Wow.